Yesterday evening in the Friendship Stadium in Senegal, it was the Senegalese going down to Nigeria, who are here in the green. Long ball played in over the top. Great run here from the Nigerian number 9. Wonderful first touch. The boy who plays his from the Senegalese keeper into the bottom corner. That was a lead that Nigeria held until 6 minutes before the break, and then an uncharacteristic error from defender Stephen Keshi. 2 attempts to clear the ball and eventually landing at the feet of Bokande. And the man who won 1 at half-time really must have fancied their chances, because at this stage in the game, Bokande was causing the Nigerian defence all sorts of... But that's not how it turned out in the second half. Just 1 goal to settle the issue, and it came on 88 minutes. A fine goal as well it was. Well worked here by the Nigerians, and atoning for his earlier mistake, Stephen Keshi up with the attack. That's what the Senegal bench thought of that.
The lack of quality in East African football and truly competitive games in the build-up. This is a useful move by Adepoju, and a chance for Yekini. And with 7 minutes gone, Nigeria. Beautifully played in by Mutiu Adepoju. And Yekini taking it on a stride, and from the angle, beating Busso. Has been further doused by Yekini's goal. Here's Agbula. Elahor. Oh, that's a brilliant ball. It's Yekini again, and Yekini has scored again. Absolutely brilliant, just stroked arrogantly with the outside of his foot. The chest control ideal, and the finish giving the goalkeeper Busolo no chance. And Yekini has struck twice in the opening 15 minutes, and the goal didn't fly into the top corner because it would have been one to treasure. Still an opportunity for Odongo, and a penalty's been given. Would go into the final match on equal terms. So Kenya, who haven't scored a goal in their last 2 Nations Cup finals, have scored one now through Weche. Weche halves the deficit.
KG, of course, in the group matches, and Senegal had to beat Kenya to join Nigeria from Group A into the next phase as well. They had a nervy 45 minutes with the pressure, and finally turning their pressure into goals at the start of the second half. First one from Sane, second from Jules Bokande, his second of the competition. And Senegal wrapping it up as it became a formality with that goal in the final minute from Jane.
Press forward, but they're offside here. No, the referee has waved play on. Boulal has rugby available, and that surely is the winner. Zaire will be furious about that. Mukanya. Oh, they're offside on the far post. Kenya scored, and the goal stands. It's 1-1. Zaire pressing here. Palenga. Good save, Bell. Chuba. Zaire ahead inside 2 minutes. Fades cross. Kunde with a header. Oman Big. That's the equaliser. 1-1.
In the park, first place.
Well, the refereeing has been of a good standard so far. We can have no complaints about that. And a final score in Group C that really was a major upset. It's Algeria in the white shirts conceding a goal of Traoré, and that was sweet revenge for Traoré. He was sent off when these 2 nations met in Algiers in 1990. A second before the break from Fofana. He plays in Monaco, no stranger to the big time and the big atmosphere, a man there for the big occasion. Fofana, his delight as he runs to the bench. Ivory Coast had the match in their pockets by now. Just a minute to go in the second half as the Algerian defence folds once again, and Thierry skips through.
Sumu can get great length with these throws. Nagapi flicks on. Chimota! Oh, he hit the crossbar in the previous game. Now he's scored. A minute from half-time is Saïd. He's got round the back. And an equaliser for Bouiche. Is it enough to keep Algeria?
Over the coming week. Well, we also had another match today, Egypt and Zambia, providing us with another upset. Egypt, who done so well 2 years ago at Italia 90, giving England and Holland a scare before they were seen off in the group matches in Naples. Well, they gave Zambia a scare, hitting the bar in the first half. That was Hassan, and the keeper made a good touch to get a hand to that effort. The favourites to win this one, falling to a goal in the second half. Scrambled home here by Walia, the man who plays his football in Holland for PSV Eindhoven. Was of that upset from Ivory Coast. It's been a night of football
to win, because the Zambians have already won one match. Abedi Pele. That's Abedi Pele. A shot, and the ball is in the net. What a beautiful goal. That's a mighty shot from the maestro. Great goal, Abedi Pele. Very, very swift. And so Ghana leading by 1-0 and Chabana cannot believe his eyes how Abedi Pele took that shot. Oh, what a goal. Really beautiful. Let's see that again. And then as Abedi comes forward, waves between them, move to the left, bang, and there goes the goal. Number 1 has come in favor of Ghana, and the Ghanaians will have to defend it very well and possibly add another one, because they...
That really would make it the most extraordinary set of results, all ending 1-0 and all to different countries, but you can't see that happening. You might see Ghana getting another goal, and here goes Yeboah. Yeboah through into the penalty area. He could finish it off here. Yeboah scores, and that surely carries Ghana through now. And Anthony Yeboah has got the goal for Ghana, which will eliminate victory here on the night. He took it well. It came in off the post. Shubir just got a touch to it, and I think we can say that that is Ghana going through, and Zambia will go through with them, and Ghana, David Pleat, really deserve their success on this night.
I think so. There we see it again, the way he cuts across and finishes with his left foot at exactly the right.
Nigeria have suddenly turned up the temperature. Elahor with the cross. Goalkeeper was brave, but it's broken for Sia and knocked in. I think Yekini's the goal scorer. It'll count this time, and it is Rashidi Yekini. He's rhythm, and therefore...
Well, Americani's come like an absolute lunatic. There was no chance at all. He might as well did abandon the goal line. There was still an awful lot to play, even if Nigeria did win the headed ball. Out he comes, and it's those situations you must catch the ball. You must catch it cleanly. He hasn't been able to do that, and they're 1-0 behind. You mentioned that Keshi could have scored or did score.
in the Bundesliga for Fortuna Düsseldorf is having an outstanding tournament. The first goal for Ghana, goal number 2 of the tournament for him, set up by the impressive run of Neil Lamptey here. His commitment takes 3 defenders out of the play, and Anthony Yeboah with a calculated left foot shot, placing the ball perfectly beyond the despairing dunk. Into the second half then, Ghana leading by a goal to 0, but shocked with that equaliser for the Congo. 5 minutes after half-time by Ghana in this competition. They've come through undefeated as winners of Group D. but the defender sucked in there toward. He needed something special to break the deadlock in the second half, and we got it from the African Player of the Year, Abedi Pele. Once again going through the strength of the run and the telling shot, the difference, standing Abedi Pele. And we were beginning to wonder if this was the kind of explosive finishing that wins major.
Dibongu, knocked clear by Adolphe Mendy, and again good defending by Senegal. They just closed the ball down then, but suddenly Cameroon have found an extra step here. Ball knocked in towards Biek, and the shot, and it's a goal! Incredibly, against all the odds, Cameroon has scored here. Victory and a place in the semi-finals.
Well, as the cross comes in there, it gets to the back post. The forward just puts his foot to it, and luckily it goes back to the player he's bypassed. Here he comes to the back post, he puts a foot to it, and he drops lovely back into the path of number 12, Ibonga.
And here come the Ivory Coast again. Cassie, CA, it's taken a deflection and got in. Traore is going to claim it. We waited 90 minutes for a goal, and now 4 minutes into extra time. Through to the semi-finals to meet Cameroon. Cassie helping the ball on towards CA. In fact, it appeared to strike a defender and wrong foot the goalkeeper Chibala. The Ivory Coast 1, Zambia 0.
Superbly for the second half, but let's take you back now with highlights of the first. Nigeria quickly into their stride in the all-green strip. Remember, they won their group with a 100% record. They've never lost to Ghana in 2 previous ANC meetings. They have an early goal through Adepoju. Perhaps the goalkeeper might have done better there, David.
Yes, it was a little bit of interplay, wasn't it, around the... There's the ball. It needed to be pressured a little bit sooner. He gets lovely height on that ball, and there's 2 men jumping against the lone.
Yekini, of course, the leading scorer in the competition, but here was the Ghanaian equaliser, and as you quite rightly said, David, one of the...
ball was floated onto the head of Prince Polly. Had Agboola come away from the line, then for sure there would have been an offside decision. Here we see it again as the outswinger is played. Once the contact is made, Agboola stands on the line, everyone else has cleared the 6-yard box, and indeed there's 2 Ghanaian forwards there in an offside.
Looking for the little flick, the back flick. Bodies here, and Ghana in front. Ghana take the lead, and having been a goal down, I think it's Ampia who gets in at the far post. Nigeria from Pele's corner, which wasn't properly cleared. They look for the back kick on the near post. The shot bobbled along and driven over the top of goalkeeper Agu.
Once again from a corner.
Despite missing a penalty and hitting the post in the first minute. So it's down to a penalty shootout, and as we join it, both sides have taken 2 penalties.
Oh dear, that was an absolutely awful penalty. Biek has the chance to bring Cameroon level here, and he's missed it. And that is 3-1. Well, what a twist here. One goalkeeper against another. Bell has to score against his counterpart to keep his team in it. And it was an awful penalty again. And Ivory Coast have done it. Ivory Coast have made the final. Welcome to this. Yes, Pele has looked absolutely outstanding and scored some cracking goals, 3 altogether in this competition. I'll break off as danger threatens again here, and the defender has played a suicide ball back into the middle, and that should have been a goal for Prince Polly in the opening 5 minutes. Ghana should have gone in front. It was a disastrous decision by the defender, and Prince Polly ought to have punished them. This should have been number 1.
Ivory Coast in all sorts of problems there.
The match went into extra time, and Ivory Coast had a great chance to win it in the very last minute. Joel T high through, but he just couldn't finish it off. It's agony. Sudden death now, and astonishingly, it goes to 10-all. Even the goalkeepers have scored. Back to the beginning.
Indeed, we have gone right the way back to the beginning in the sense that Akar will have to take the next kick for the Ivory Coast. We still, of course, have the sudden death, and the other miss is it's all over. Akar for the Ivory Coast. It was a bit lazy, and a lot of fortune went into it. Ansar's furious, Akar's relieved. He scored again. It's 11-10 to the Ivory Coast.
Just went through Ansar's hands. Dived the right way. Got himself in a decent position.
So presumably now, Baffo, the captain, will come forward again. Yes, there he is, to take this next penalty for Ghana, and must score. Psychologically, one feels that winning the toss to get the first penalty has given the Ivory Coast a big advantage here, because each time they score, of course, the pressure's on Ghana to make sure that they equalise. Baffo's got to score this one. He's missed it! The Ivory Coast have won the cup. The scenes of celebration are fantastic, and why not? For the first time in their history, the Ivory Coast